Guys, welcome back to the channel. Something that I've always had a theory on with Livescope is that a particular style weight, whether it be tungsten, steel, or lead, I always have thought that maybe tungsten and steel would pick up better on the Livescope due to the fact that they are harder and have a more reflective quality. So what I have done is I have done a test. Now, these are not perfectly the exact same size, but it's the best I could do with what we were trying to do here. I have placed a steel bead, which I use a lot. I've placed a tungsten weight and then a lead weight at the bottom. And I have dropped them down in front of the Livescope, and we're gonna see if one particular style weight or makeup of weight shows up better on Livescope. So let's get right into this. It may or may not have busted my myth, but let's go. Let's find out. All right, guys, we're going to start off about 30 feet. I'm in Caribbean. You can see the three weights dropping down there about 5 foot away, 4.5, 5 foot away. Remember, I've got the steel on top, I've got the tungsten in the middle, and I've got the lead at the bottom. Now, what I've gathered from looking at all of these, the return seems to be based more on the size of the weight than the actual makeup of the weight. The steel weight and the lead weight are bigger than the tungsten weight, being the tungsten weight in the middle, so the return is less. Now, the lead is at the very bottom, and it has a little steel ring. It's kind of a bell sinker weight that we use for drop shotting. And kind of looks like to me that lead weight is showing up better. Now, I'm not completely 100% sure that it's not the little loop, little steel ring at the top of it. It could be, but as a whole, that I believe, like I said, the steel at the top and the lead at the bottom pick up better than the tungsten in the middle. Now, what I did is I went down to 10 foot here where you can really see the returns here. And once again, it seems to be that the return is based more on the size than the makeup of the weight. And you can see how curious these fish are just coming to look at the weights that are in the water. Although they're small, probably brim. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is switch over to blue, which is one of my favorite, of course, in the nighttime color palette. I'm going to switch over to blue and let you take a look at that. Now, you can see there the great returns. Of course, blue always gives good returns, but it does drive home the point of the size of the weight has more to do with the return than the actual makeup of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reel this in and toss it out and then reel it into the picture, and you'll kind of see them coming in at a different angle. So I was trying to make sure that I covered all my angles. That way somebody could say, well, you had they were on a different plane, so it could have been picking up different rays. So what I did was I tossed it out and reeled them in all at the same plane. And I still think that the theory of being that the size of the weight has more to do with the return than the actual, as you can see right there above, steel at the top, lead at the bottom, a little bit better return than the tungsten. All right, guys, what'd you think about that? It kind of busted my myth. I've always thought that tungsten and steel would show up better than lead, but honest to goodness, I couldn't see a real difference in any of the three. I tried different color palettes. I tried different depth, forward distances. I zoomed way in, I zoomed out, as you can see on the video. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference. So that kind of shot my myth in the, kind of shot it in the tail there. Maybe I was wrong on that. And so maybe the advantage to tungsten is definitely a smaller weight that you could put above your line. But in terms of visibility, I don't see any difference in any of the three. You tell me what you think in the comments below. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Ring the bell.